What's going on, guys? Peridot here with a new yard sale video. I know it's been a while. That's because you guys saw that the last 2 months haven't exactly been great. But I did find enough things to make a video, and the pickup of the, I guess video, it usually would be pickup of the month, but pickup of the video will definitely shock you, but it's definitely, really good. It makes up for the lack of finds the past couple of months, despite what it is. You guys will just see. But first off, I'm going to show you guys a next door pickup that I got. Now, if you don't know what that is, it's basically kind of like a hybrid of Craigslist and OfferUp. People do. It's an app where people will, say, hey, this couch is for sale, or hey, my dog is missing, or whatever. So basically, what I did is I just did a post saying I'm looking for old video games. Surprisingly, a lot of people responded, but a lot of people did not have very good stuff. It was mostly just like newer stuff, like Xbox 360, Wii, stuff like that. So I was kind of like saying mostly older stuff. So that was a bit obnoxious. However, one lady said she had PS2, GameCube, and PSP games. Unfortunately, it was not what it expected. Turns out that it was all her son's stuff, and her husband sells stuff on eBay. Not video games, she said, just random stuff. He does that kind of like as a side job. And so he was smart and looked everything up on eBay. Best thing she had was like Pokemon XD, Gale of Darkness, which I already had, so it's not a huge loss, but still it would have been nice to pick that up. But she did have a few games that she had marked at $5 each, which I managed to pick up for, I picked 4 games up for $5 a piece. First up, we have a PSP game, the Simpsons Game. Unfortunately, it's not complete. It is missing the manual. But this is like a $10, $12 game even without the manual, so I picked that up. Then up next we have Yukio, Duelist of the Roses. This is like a $10, $12 game, and it's actually complete and in really mint shape. They took really good care of their stuff, as you guys will see with the next 2 games. And the next 2 games were 2 GameCube games that I didn't have, and for $5 each, not a terrible deal. Batman Begins, also complete and in mint shape. And the best game for sure, Freak Style. I've actually been wanting to add this to the collection for a while. I hear this is a pretty fun mountain bike or just biking game. Alright, now with that out of the way, let's get to the pickups. Now, you guys saw at the beginning of the month of July, there were a few oddball pickups. That's because I was in California for 2 weeks, and I went to game stores, and I also went to a couple thrift stores. It was one record store, actually. But one game store, oddly enough, had this severely undervalued for $3. NASCAR Dirt to Daytona. This is like a $15 game, and it's mint shape. Like, absolutely pristine condition. So, for $3, definitely happy to pick that up. And then I also went to a record store, and you guys saw the amount of games. I didn't pick up a few of them, mainly because some were overpriced and whatnot, but these were the ones I did manage to pick up. You guys saw that PGA Tour, the Masters game. They had that marked at $5. I sold it for, I believe, $25? It was $23 or something. Definitely more than what they were asking, so I was happy about that. And then these are the other 2 games I picked up. I only picked this up because I thought it would be complete. You guys saw that they were in cases, so I couldn't find out if they were complete in box until after they opened them up at the register. And they opened them up and didn't show me everything was in there until after I already paid, so I was too nervous to bring it back. But unfortunately, this was not complete. Lord of the Rings: Return of the King. If it was complete, it would have been a nice find for, I think, $4 is what I paid for it. Might have been $5, I'm not too sure. You guys will know in the video, but yeah, it was a GameCube game I didn't own, so not a huge deal. But then for $5, this is definitely a good deal. Sims 3 Pets Limited Edition. The limited edition pamphlet is not in here, so I don't know if they used it or not already. I don't have a PS3 to test it out, but when I do get a PS3, I'll test it out, make sure that the limited edition DLC is on it, and I'll probably sell that for like $20. Alright, and then when I got back, not exactly, crazy finds. I got these finds for, you know, cheap. This was a Dreamcast game I didn't own, and for $2, even though it was missing the manual, Test Drive Le Mans or whatever, for $2, it's not a bad deal. And then up next is Jaws Unleashed, missing the manual for $3. It's a game I've been wanting to play, so I picked it up. And then for $4, I think? It was either 3 or 4, I can't remember. No, I think it was $3.50. Call of Duty Legacy Edition. Both Call of Duty Finest Hour and Call of Duty 2 Big Red One are in there. Now, Call of Duty Big Red One was complete. However, Finest Hour was not. However, I actually had a manual from when I went to a yard sale a year and a half ago that I just kind of found sitting with a bunch of papers, and I figured, might as well pick it up just in case I found one without the manual, and I did. Alright, up next, I have just a couple of handheld games. The day I also picked this up, I actually found a Guitar Hero dongle for the guitar. If you find one of those in the wild for cheap, pick it up. I picked it up for $2, and I turned around and sold it for $35. It's crazy how much those things go for. It's ridiculous, and they sell like hotcakes. I think I sold mine a day after I put it up for listing. I didn't get footage of it. I don't know why, but yeah, pick those up. But here are 4 games. I picked them up. They were $5 each. Mainly only picked up 4 so I could get the 20% off. Miss Pac-Man, Special Color Edition, Quirk, Tetris DX, and the best game, NBA Jam 2002. It's like a $12 game. Alright, up next, this was a pretty nice find. I got Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days. Still one of the worst titles ever. Unfortunately, it was not complete. However, it's in pretty mid shape, and I picked it up for $5, so not a bad deal right there. Up next, I found these games for a decent price. Most of them are resellables. Destroy All Humans 2, picked that up for $3. My copy wasn't complete, so this one was, so I picked it up. Fuzion Frenzy, I already own. However, this is like a $10, $12 game, so that's resellable right there. And then Guitar Hero Smash Hits, this is like a $15 game, so that's getting resold. And then up next, I lost the footage for it, unfortunately, but I picked these 2 up. First up is Star Wars Battlefront for $3. It's not complete, unfortunately, but for $3, might as well. I didn't have it. And this was actually a really nice find. A Halo 4 Xbox 360 controller in pretty okay shape. There's some scuffs and some wear on it, but I paid $7 for it. It goes for about $30 to $40 online, so this is a really cool find. I really like the Halo series, so not a bad pickup right there. And then up next, a GameCube game I did not have, Need for Speed Underground 2, complete in box for $3, not a bad deal. And then New Super Mario Bros. Wii, always nice to resell. Paid $5, should sell for about $15. But yeah, on that day, I found the pickup of the month, or I guess I should say just the pickup of the video. So you guys are going to go ahead and see the footage right now. Now I know what you're thinking. How on earth is a drag racing game for the original Xbox worth anything? But surprise, surprise, this game is actually one of the hardest to find games on the original Xbox. It doesn't sell that often, so it's not a very popular game, and there's only 5 listings on eBay right now, and 2 of them are loose disc, and 3 of them are complete in box, and the lowest one that's complete in box is $99.99. Now that's obviously not really what it sells for, although the last one sold for $110, but that was like a month and a half ago. However, this game normally sells for like $60 to $70. It's hard to gauge the interest in it because it doesn't really sell a lot, and there's not really a lot of copies on eBay. like, at all. So it's definitely one of those niche games where it's definitely worth something, but you don't really know how much until, someone comes along and buys it for the price you have. Obviously, I'm gonna list this mainly because I'm not really interested in it. I gave it a playthrough, and it's kind of bad. Not really a fun game, not my type of game at least. So this is definitely getting sold. I'll probably list it for like, I don't know, like $70. Maybe someone will pick it up. It's definitely not in mint shape. You guys saw that there were some stickers on it. However, I managed to get those off and open it up, and it's complete. The manual's got a little damage right there, as you can see, and the disc itself is in not great shape, but it does play, which is, really the important part here. So, unfortunately, it probably wouldn't be able to list this like as mint, but still, I could probably get like $70 from it. But yeah, that is it. Again, sorry for the huge hiatus, guys. Just has not been a good couple of months. I actually found this. This was actually a day. I've got this a day after they put it out, which is weird because, normally all the good things are picked up by, a couple hours or so. But I guess no one just really bothered to look this one up. But that is it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And hopefully August will be a bit better. Hopefully it'll start cooling down as well, so maybe I'll be able to go to some garage sales. Probably not, though, because this is the biggest heat wave in God only knows how long. So maybe September, October, those are the best months for garage sales here in Arizona. But that is it. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time, take care.